With over 500,000 trees and shrubs already planted and growing, it's easy to forget you are in the city. We don't just say, we do. It's the Stain City way.
And welcome to Real Talk with me, Anele. Great to be in your company once again. So picture this, a group of high school learners who grew up in Middlelands, with a passion for music and a penchant for storytelling. They get together for jam sessions, and the only problem is they can't afford any musical instruments. Scratch that. Relying on only their voices, and a new sound is born that blends a cappella with beatboxing and produces what has now been coined Kasi Soul. Fast forward a few years, and the Soul have become one of South Africa's most loved groups. Please welcome Samkelo Mdolomba, what a name, as well as brothers Lupindo and Tika Nganga from the Soul. You guys know you're my favorite, though.
We know.
You know,
favorite as well.
you know
Yeah, we
that
love
deep
you
down, the love is strong.
Mamas.
So all those years ago, when you guys were like just jamming in your school uniform, got it toughies, you know,
Yes.
was this the plan, or were you just having fun?
It was not a plan per se, it was a dream. You know, every child from the hood, especially Soweto, has a dream. And our dream was just to create music that will be loved across the world. And Ngamandla kaThixo, we're here, and our dreams are a reality now.
Okay, Pindo, but surely something happens that makes you think, you know, we could make a living out of this. You know, look, we're not gonna eat lobster, but we're gonna eat fish. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, I see something here. When does that click for you, and does it happen at the same time?
Yes, I think now it does. But for me, it happened when we had a gig, our first gig in Orange Farm, when we were paid like 500 in J. You know, like the whole band was paid 500. And
All
we
of
had
you
to
guys
share.
were paid
And we
five.
were four
Yeah,
back
and
then.
it was 4 of us. by
I'm
then.
doing the maths and I can't even. It's almost like
100
100.
was for food,
Yeah, well,
and 100
transport.
was to get us back home.
Yes.
Okay.
And I saw it there. I was like, this can make us super sharp. Yeah, well.
To be fair, if somebody gave me 500 now, it's still a lot of money. So imagine back then, and you know, you kids, you just singing, you're singing anyway. So why not get paid for it? All right. And then for you, I know that there was 4 of you, right?
Yes.
Are you guys still friends with the other guy?
Well, due to work, we hardly cross paths, but there is still that energy of brotherhood. I remember last time I bumped into Samkelo was a baseline. There was a show happening. We were there to rehearse, but you could tell from the salutation that thing will never die.
It will never leave.
Because we started something incredible. He's one of the founding members of the Soul, back secondary. So once you start something so spiritual, it's hard to be far removed from it. And it's incredible how we have taken this phenomenon into places that we never thought we would reach. And to also see his career soaring higher than what he might have thought it might reach. So God is there for everyone, really. I'm
so glad you said it's spiritual. Because that's exactly what you guys are. Because it's so pure and there's nothing interrupting it. You know, it's just really, it's all of you. It's like interpretive dance, where they're like, you need to dance with your fingers. That's what you guys are doing, like, because your entire being is there. You produce as well, am I?
Yes.
Okay, so how does producing fit into a cappella?
Well, it's under the umbrella of music. I think of myself as a creative well, and I've written songs now for other artists. Vusinova being one of them. Oh, Musa, I heard that his second single, Nomketa, which was a song I wrote for my daughter. He's now pushing it as his official second single. It's nice because the soil is a conducive environment for anyone to be creative, and I'm so grateful that I also bumped into this production leeway where I get to call up artists, instrumentalists, legendary players like Obotata, Utemba Mkiza, Unduduzo Makatini, to then come and play on any other project that I want to musically produce. Yeah.
All right. Uhle Bendalo, ever since I learned your full name, I just want to say it all the time. I mean, beauty by nature, right?
Yes.
Beauty by creation. Like Uhle Bendalo. You say that coming up with the name The Soul was like, it was telepathy for all of you guys.
Yes, it's so strange how it happened, eh?
We want to know.
Okay, I remember Samkelo and I were still in Soweto. Untsiga and Pindo went to further their studies at the Vaal University of Technology. So I remember we were out buying amakota no Samkelo, and then we sat there and we kind of remembered what this music is. It's so raw, you know, and a name came about in conversation with myself and Samkelo, and we said, let's be particles of the soil, you know, we are fruit of the earth or something like that. And then when we were about to call the guys called us and said, guys, we have a name for the group.
No, man, don't speak
You know?
nonsense.
And Untsiga was like, no, your name won't beat our name. And then we started saying, no, let's be particles of the soil. And it was like, no way, you can't, because we thought of the soil. So the magic behind it was, why be particles of the soil if you can be the soil
If you
itself?
can be the soil.
So yeah, that's how it came about.
And that is remarkable.
That's very spiritual also.
Yes, that is spiritual. That means is Nyanya Zenu. Every ancestor of yours was awake that day, also eating kotas.
Yes.
Like I just hope you know. Pindo, you guys are storytellers. I mean, that's a big part of what you guys do. When you are planning, you know, a song, do you come up with the story first, the melody? Are you guys out there like humming first and then you jump on that? What's the vibe?
Oh, the vibe is, for me, I always come up with the melody first. Then the melody will take its shape in such a way that it needs to decide the emotion of the song. You know what I mean? If it's a happy song, if it's a sad song. And yeah, I just come to the guys and they're like, yo, Chance, here, I've got this. Then they'll jump in, you know? Then, yeah, we start and building the song with the chorus. Then we write our own verses. And then, yeah.
Yeah, OP always erupts into magical melodies. I remember when we were in, where is it, in London?
Yeah.
He came up with this genius melody. And I'm so jealous each and every time when OP receives a melody that is far amazing. And he's like that. Ubuhle and I get songs through thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's different for each of us. Now I dream about most of the songs I bring to the group. For me, it's easy because even in the dream itself, you can actually hear OP singing his parts in the. So I try to remember as much as I can. Then I gave him how the chorus should go like and how his verse sounded like in the dream. Then he decides whether.
And the beauty for me is I can never know who came up with the melody because everyone, the way they cut through, you guys just cut through and each person owns it. You're like, hi man Buhle, hi man Pete, I'm sick. No, enough. Listen, on the way, I want to know from you guys, what was the first CD each of you owned separately for yourselves? Okay. We'll talk about that. And then we've also got a special treat coming your way a little later. Only fitting that a group that makes history worldwide recently nominated for 3 summers, namely Best Engineered Album, Best Afro-Pop Album, as well as Group of the Year. It makes sense that they make history, right? In our studios as the first ever live performance we have had right here on Real Talk. It's The Soul, echoing the sounds and voices of Kofifi. We'll be back in a bit. fresh from their third studio album. That was a clip from the Soul's latest hit featuring Kwesta, and it's called Tambolam. Welcome back. Come on. Like, every time I think Kwesta, I'm like, how do you choose who you're going to collaborate with? Because also you guys are, I mean, you said something very spiritual earlier, like when P receives the melody, you know, everyone's all in their own spiritual realm, and it comes together and it creates what we know as the soil. So how do you choose who to collaborate with? Because it means you must make room in and amongst this massive thing that's happening here.
Unziga is very fond of chatting with other artists and wanting to do stuff and experimental and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
So when we received the song Tambolam, Nzega just came to us and said, none other than Kwesta, guys. I can already hear his bass on the song, and I can. He also did a rhyme, Nyana, that didn't
Like
make
a
sense
Kwesta,
back
like,
then.
like an audition on behalf of Kwesta.
And he said, K1, K1. Yeah, but so we bought into it, and obviously our music is so flexible,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
We can collaborate with anyone. So it was a beautiful challenge to take with Kwesta. And when he came into studio, I was like, that time I'm blushing, that time I'm here.
He is a little romantic. He's got this man love ballad out.
Oh.
He has this line, it's Vilagazi and Pepet. I'm sugar Mr. your man.
And just to add on,
Hey, Kwesta.
and just to add on, we have this history of poetry influence. Yeah, and we like people who are very authentic when it comes to presenting their stuff, their artwork. So before it was doing from the volume, he was very poetic. Then he went to Kulichana, you know,
Poetic.
poetic,
Zagwe.
Zagwe poetic,
Okay.
Kwesta poetic.
Oh, Zako is on our favorite song.
Yes.
Yes, that gets you just.
Your favorite.
Me and you. Oh, what's it called? I just. Utata akarandifun. Utata akarandifun. Never mind. So, speaking of authenticity, what was the first CD you ever owned for yourself?
I remember it was 2004. I was still in high school. I bought myself Zandisile. Simfwe Dana's, I know, Simfwe Dana's,
Dana.
yes.
Oh,
Simfwe
yes.
Dana's first album. It was just, it still is.
Yeah.
That's where I started connecting
It's
with
haunting,
Simphiwe.
eh?
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
We like
It-
Simphiwe.
Yeah, it's pretty haunting. I
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah.
You?
I was very late. I think my first CD was the Soil CD.
No, serious.
For real, because I went to the shop and bought it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't blame him because
Yes.
our older brother used to force us to listen to your Tevin Campbell's in those VHS cassettes. Yeah, so we grew up listening to R&B and soul. Hence, we don't listen to it much these days. Because But now I remember my first CD was Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
I got it for my birthday gift, and I've never seen or heard so many amazing vocal nuances in one body of work. That's how I fell in love with a lot of harmonizing.
I agree. She's very underrated. I think she
Yeah,
just
she's
needs.
amazing.
She's really amazing.
She's too big.
It's so funny how like it took somebody performing her song on American Idols.
Yeah, for
remember
her to be
the
recognized.
Asian girl sang
Yeah.
that song, and then all of a sudden it was like
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan. I'm like, gosh, but she's been around. So in 2016, you decided you're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Is this something like a decision that you mull over for a while before you let them know?
They always knew. I mean, we've been together for over 12 years now, you know. And one thing that just struck me was that you can't run away from yourself, you know, and it had to happen. And I'm glad that I took it upon myself to own up to myself at this age, because back then I was going to be lost. So I'm glad Uguti abantu abadala gave me a chance to grow physically and spiritually, so that I can understand what is requested of me. So yeah, it had to happen.
How long was your break?
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because I mean, you guys are giggers. You are on the road.
Giggers.
Yeah. I'm making up for it. Yeah, you guys are giggers. You're on the road. And what did you miss about being away from the soil whilst you followed your spiritual journey?
I missed the connection with the people who receive the music. There's nothing as beautiful as hearing 60,000 people singing your verse. And just some people crying and looking at you straight in the eye and crying. And those, I love children. And those kids that just come up to me, and they start crying and they start singing. That's what I miss the most.
What did you guys miss about her, Pete?
The drama.
And it's back.
Yeah, it's back. You're the drama.
Did you walk in like us? Looking now. What did you miss about her besides the drama?
Well, definitely not her cooking.
Really? Are we on the bone there? Are we not a good...
She once made chicken stew for us in
Edinburgh.
Grahamstown. Oh, and in Edinburgh.
Such problems. Do you know what I love? Can I tell you what I love? You guys have got such problems. You don't know if it's in Edinburgh or if it's in Cape Town.
I don't know.
I can't tell where we were.
Cities.
Okay, she made chicken.
So yeah, it was supposed
That was not the
chicken
question
stew,
though, yes.
And yeah, it was literally falling off the bone. So bones,
that makes it
vegetables,
nicer.
and chicken. You could literally look for chicken in the gravy. It was,
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
No, that was chicken surprise. Every
Okay.
time you found chicken,
But the question
surprise.
was, what did you miss?
Okay, what did you miss then?
Chili.
Not her
This
cooking.
guy.
Well, her presence on stage. I don't think any performer that is gifted out there can only rely on their vocal capabilities. You also need to be present to embody what you have as a gift. So Ubuhle does it very well. She, yeah, man. Her whole aesthetic when she delivers her music is really incredible. And that's exactly what we missed.
And just
Now that's the answer we wanted. This guy.
there's that drama coming through. And that's the drama. That's the answer. I remember I was emceeing something and you guys were on stage, not Africa Day, because that's the first time I saw you guys at Africa Day. And funny enough, that's the first time I saw Toya DeLazy, and then both of you guys just shot up at the same time, right?
Yes.
The next one was when there was a concert and there was a Brenda Fassie hologram.
Yes.
That was
Do you remember that? And what you're saying about people crying, because I was emceeing and then I ran down to watch you guys. And I was standing next to a grown man, and he looked like he wasn't supposed to be there. You know, somebody who snuck in through the back, and he just looked like he snuck in just for you guys, and he was in tears as you guys were performing. Where would you say has been your most important performance? And I'm going to ask all of you that one. Butle, go first.
the most important performance. Wow.
The most important stage you've been on, be it performance, just something that like you keep with you.
It has to. I love my people. Hey, it has to be Buyele Kaya Festival.
East London.
East London, babes. You know what, ne? My clan, they know music, and the energy I personally that I feed off these people who are just receiving this music is out of this world. Our first time performing a Buyele Kaya Festival, I think I've never seen such a huge crowd in my life.
Yeah.
And every year when we go there, people receive us the same way or even more.
It's bigger.
So I always look forward to Buyele Kaya. Hint, hint, they must just call us every year.
What's that lady who owns it? I'm very scared of her.
Mama's why?
I'm like, if she had to summon me, I'd be like,
Hi, babes. Mama's why? Excuse the pun, but Mama's why strong.
strong, babes.
That's
Strong.
why this festival is so big.
And that's why after 5 years,
Yeah.
it just goes from strength to strength.
Yeah.
Would you echo that, Buyele Kaya, or do you have another one?
I have another one. We've never been into a competition kind of vibe as a group. But we went and represented Russia, St. Petersburg, and it was a big stage, super big. And you're performing for people who don't know you, who don't speak English.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, they can't hear you. And we were against like 13 countries and we won it.
What?
Yes.
Vladimir made you guys win. Okay, listen, we're gonna take a break. Before we come to your most important one, I wanna take a quick break. We'll be back with the international platinum selling group. I mean, in Russia, Mother Russia, the soil. And welcome back to Real Talk right here on SABC3, where the stage is yours today. I'm hanging out with the soil. Now, acapella music has its roots in church settings, but the genre only started being popular in the 1930s. The legendary Ladysmith Black Mambazo are arguably the all-time acapella greats out of South Africa. But when the soil blended acapella with their signature beatboxing, infused with a bit of soul and jazz, everybody knew that they had more than something special going on. We're with them in studio today. And Tika, I was with you.
Yes.
Which stage would you say is by far the most important stage that you've been on?
It has to be the one we did in Tanzania.
Okay.
And the performance was super amazing. But what came with the performance, the lessons that we learned when we were in Tanzania. So in Dar es Salaam, we were also taken to the college that was named after Solomon Mahlangu. And we got to learn about how South Africa was aided out of this apartheid monstrous time and our comrades being exiled in Tanzania. And it was incredible to also realize and learn that most of our comrades didn't even die in war. They were killed by malaria. And to go to that cemetery site, you could sense the connection was something you couldn't even put to words. Then we went to Morogoro for the performance itself. And to see Abantu that do not even speak isiXhosa or any of the Nguni language, they only speak Kiswahili and a bit of English, of course, but they were moved by our music. And as soon as we came back, that's how Asante Sana, the song, was born. Because we were saying Asante Sana Tanzania, thanking them for everything and showing our comrades Ubuntu Babo as well.
That is intense. Yeah. That is intense. You know, you just mentioned something that triggered a thought in me. When do you decide that you're going to blend a bit of English in your songs? Because I know with We Are Family, my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. Like, I know there's a bit of English in there. Like, when do you decide on that?
I think it just happens, eh?
No?
It just, the beauty of music just happens. You know, and there are some words that you cannot say and blend in well with the music.
Okay.
Some English words, and there are some Xhosa words that you cannot put in some melodies. But it just happens.
Is We Are Family the song that was in the chocolate ad?
Yes.
Okay.
Joy, yeah.
And we were the triplets there.
Oh.
Yeah, for real. Like
Oh, look at his face. Come on, babe. For
You
real.
lie with such a straight face. You know that.
He is being for real.
Really?
they flew us to London, to this big studio, and it had like cameras. I was so mind blown. There was cameras, and we had to wear these costumes.
Oh,
with
like Avatar
reflectors.
vibes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they took us to those studios whereby they shoot movies. X-Men and stuff.
Yes.
And we were acting out. So the baby in the middle is Butle, on the left is Tsiga,
And the
then on the
ugly
right.
baby is him.
So yeah.
The ugly baby's him. This is what happens when you guys travel together all the time. Like, it's jokes for days. You know, you always hear about, Pindo, and I'm going to take this to you. You always hear about artists wanting to recreate the sound. You know, I was challenging myself in recreating the sound. How does a group like The Soul recreate the sound? Because, I mean, the foundation is the same. I get, like, you know, a song will come differently to you because it's spiritual and all of that. But your core base is a cappella with beatboxing.
Yes.
You know, when you're thinking of reinventing your sound, how do you guys do that?
Reinventing the sound. I think we stick with the times. And we go out there, and whenever we tour, we take something from every tour.
Like you were saying about Tanzania.
Yeah, we take everything. Then when we come back, it's something else. When we have to utter those melodies, it's like a growth of some sort in your music. And yeah, man.
And to add on Upi, something very strange happened when we recorded our intro for this album. there was this trap sounding thing that is in that beat.
Yeah.
You know, I even saw I even had a vision of a video of these hip hop kids just
Cranking and
Yes,
trapping,
you
whatever
know.
they're doing these days.
So I think also with listening to other genres as well, it helps us to recreate the music and still stay relevant because we're still young also, you know. So just helping us on remodifying and making it as cool as
funky
the cool kids
Okay.
would prefer it.
So you keep the essence the same,
Yeah.
but I mean the influence
Yeah.
can really be anything because it's
Yeah.
a way of honoring that, you know, genre as well.
Yeah.
Who were you shocked is a fan of yours?
Excuse me?
Who were you shocked to find out is a fan of yours?
I know.
Anyone can take it.
Yeah, let's take it.
A 94-year-old granny in Cape Town,
Yes.
white.
Wow.
She said when she called in, I'm doing my ironing here, and I just want to say I love you guys. Yeah, we were doing a radio show, an interview, and she called in. I was taken aback. I was really shocked to finally realize that this music knows no race, it knows no age restrictions. It's beyond what any human being can put to words. I also realized that music is a medium, a spiritual medium.
It's a language.
You just there to shake it so that it sends vibrations. We are all here as vessels to always come and shake this medium. And when it sends vibrations, they resonate with other people in the world. So we are not any special than any people than other people that came before us. It's the discipline with which you must approach this medium before touching it. Even Fela Kuti said it, music is a spiritual thing. You don't play with music. So you need to know that you are a vessel that has the power to morph people's moods, morph people's souls. So whatever you do, you must always realize that your lifestyle must also be in line with what your calling is to this world. So yeah, man, we are vessels of music.
That is easily one of the most profound things that I've heard, and it just applies to you as a human being, that you have the power to morph someone's mood. And what a power that is when you know that anything that comes from you, you know, it has to be executed with responsibility because you could possibly change someone's mood and then trajectory thereof. I'm so glad that you take it so seriously. So the discipline, I see that it applies to all of you. There isn't like a slacker where you guys have to be like, come on, guy.
Well,
Who's always late? But she is allowed to be late. She's a woman.
But I was early today. That counts. I was early today.
She called me first to be like,
Yes.
girl, where am I? I don't want to get lost.
Yeah, I was early today.
All right,
So,
that's
yeah,
all that counts. You only as relevant as your last
yes,
act.
of course.
Yes.
So before we wrap it up, and you know what I like about this, if you're watching them for the first time, they're going to perform later. And I want, after everything you just said, I think somebody who's watching for the first time cannot wait to be like, all right, I have to hear them.
Yeah.
How do you know you have a hit song, P?
When
Good question.
Oh wow! When people sing the whole song whilst performing, like from the start to finish. Yeah, like word for word. I'll be like, okay, cool. How did they know that song so fast?
Because especially if you've just released it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like 3 weeks old, and then you get to a place and
wow, okay.
people are running with it. Who's the one person who hears the song before it goes public? Like besides you guys, obviously there's like the one last point of call that must hear it before you guys let it out into the vibrations, you know? Who's the last person?
We take it home.
Yeah.
Personally, I always take our music home to my dad. My dad has a good ear, you know, and he says, "Yeah, you see this one's gonna work," you know. Yeah, and our parents as well, native rhythms. Mama's Tole, no Babu's Tole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Babu's Tole always picks the thing. This is a single, Dr. Tole.
And then you fight.
This is it. And then we fight. No, Baba, this one is catch. This is your single. Yeah.
Stop
Yeah. And when I go into studio, I have two different ears. I have the audience ear and I have the artist ear.
Masterpiece.
Guys. So, so I always listen with that one. How people are gonna receive it. And then I take myself out of the artistry of that artist guy, then I come to the audience guy, and
Listen, I hope you guys do this forever.
I mean,
I hope Hollywood is putting you guys on soundtracks. You know, I hope the Queen is calling y'all again to perform.
when she's calling me.
Well, her assistant is dialing you and handing her the phone. But I mean, I honestly hope this happens forever, because I cannot see a world where the soul doesn't exist. Thank you so much. If you haven't gotten quite enough of them and their deep, deep words, have no fear. They're still here, and they'll be on the Real Talk stage to give us a live performance. It'll be a live rendition of Tambo Lam. After the break, we change our tune just a little bit, and we talk National Slipper Day. Stay with us. And welcome back. So every 12th of May, Reach for a Dream encourages all of us to join in the fun and raise funds for children whose lives are affected by life-threatening illnesses, and to help them realize their dreams. They do this with the help of some of South Africa's most most loved influencers, rather. Please welcome the CEO of Reach for a Dream, and I was taught how to say her name properly. Her name is Julia Sotirianakos. And one of their friends for the foundation, acclaimed fashion designer, and all-round nice guy. He makes us look good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Listen, obviously as a charity, right, you're always trying to come up with ways to like grab attention and to stick in people's minds, and for people to kind of forget that they're giving money but giving to a cause. What is it about slippers that, you know, that when you came up with it, you were like, this is the one?
Yeah, I think we were trying to be very creative, because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
There's something happening every month in South Africa, and we're always leaning on South Africans to be generous. So we needed to stand out. We chose Slipper Day because it resonated with children in hospital, children in slippers being sick. So
they're always in their pajamas as well.
That's correct. So we thought that for a day, South Africans could just walk in slippers, and for just that moment, they could try and understand what it's like for a sick child who can't go to school or play sports because they're having dialysis or chemo, and for us to just be a thought for those children and their families.
What's the kind of growth that you've seen? I mean, from the first time, you know, you guys were established up until now.
Yeah, so the first time we established, we didn't have any retail partners. People would call our offices and our branches, and you know, we do dreams, so we didn't really know how to handle it and distribute it. And a couple of years later, we had Wimpy come on board. They really believed in us, and they've been our partner ever since. Last year, we had Pick and Pay come on board. So now we're directing traffic to those stores.
Yeah, they can handle all the volumes and the admin, and you guys just handle the dreams.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so then they raise the money and they put money in, and then you guys pay for the dreams to come true.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
So all our Slipper Day money goes towards fulfilling the dreams of children with life-threatening illnesses, and those are children between the ages of 3 and 18.
Okay, I hear there's wristbands, Gerrit.
Yes.
Did you design wristbands?
Yeah, so it was a big collaboration between me and Carol Boyce and Lyra, and we've got Fresh there, and we had Roxy there, and we all kind of added to this beautiful wristband that's of course for sale, and then that money goes for Slipper Day. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, from designing dresses to designing a wristband, I mean, all in the day's work, lots of fun.
Lots of fun, and you know, helping realize kids' dreams.
I feel definitely. I mean, I've been so lucky that most of my dreams has come true, and it's an honor to be part of making kids' dreams come true.
That's gonna get me all teary. Listen, there's a little bit of something I want to watch here, the Reach for Dream video.
Hope, courage, strength.
At Reach for a Dream, these are not just words. They are the emotions that inspire children with life-threatening illnesses to dream. Join DJ Fresh, Lyra, Roxy Burger, Carol Boyce and Gert-Jan Kutsie in supporting Reach for a Dream. Buy your 10 Rand Reach for a Dream Slipper Day wristband from any Wimpy or Pick and Pay, and wear your slippers on Slipper Day, 12 May 2017. Visit reachforadream.org.za.
Is it not a little bit heartbreaking for you though? Because I'm pretty sure with organizing the dreams, and you work so closely with the kids, and you see some of them, they don't survive it. I mean, does that not kind of put you in a deep, deep, deep dark place at times?
I think that it certainly has its challenges. Emotionally, it's really tough. There are times when we can't actually fulfill a child's dream because the child might have passed away, or we can't get the doctor to sign off, or we have to do it in a hospital. But, you know, today we fulfilled the child's dream. Freshly ground flew up from Cape Town. And I went and picked him up from the airport. It was very early. And that one moment when we fulfilled Aaron's dream, and he got to see Freshly Ground. And when we asked him, what was your dream? It's Freshly Ground, Freshly Ground. And when he got to see Freshly Ground, it was that one moment that just, it's that resilience. You bounce back and you do it all over again tomorrow.
If there's like 20% of darkness, there's 80% of absolute joy and light and all of that.
Yeah, and you're not doing it for yourself. We're doing it for children who can't do it for themselves, and they're just like all of us. We dream big, and we're trying to just help these children realize their dreams, and we're just so blessed to be able to do that.
And are you allowed to share with us some of the dreams that you guys are currently working on, that we're trying to get a hold of this person and that person, and you know, this little kid wants to go here and see them?
Yes, absolutely. We've got a child who wants to meet Patrice Matsepe. We've got 3 children who actually are desperately trying to meet him. We've got children who want to go overseas. We've got a Mauritius dream pending. So we've got a lot of travel dreams, and a lot of so the dreams for children to meet celebrities are quite easy in terms of the South African space. So we're very blessed to have Freshly Ground, and you know, Hat, who fulfills dreams for us, DJ Fresh. You know, it really is. We're very blessed.
Do any of the dreamers want like a dress by you or a suit by you or something by you? Really?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But they're normally very little. And we've had up and coming designers that wants to one day be a designer. So we kind of show them what that's like. We have a little girl that just wants a hat dress, and we treat her like a princess for a day. So she comes to the studio, I design her dress, we make it there, she sees how he makes it, and then she wears it, and she goes for lunch afterwards in it. So it's fun.
You know, it's very rare that I'm convinced by a celebrity who is part of a charity, but there's something in you that's like, you're in there. Do you know what I'm saying? You really are in there. What was the deciding pattern for you to decide that, you know, this is the one, you know, reach for a dream, this is the charity you're going to go with?
You know, it's easy for me. So I think if something is easy, then and you can do it, why not? I mean, I like to call it fashion with a purpose. And I've got the platform and I've got a voice to speak, so I'm using it for that. It will be selfish of me to use all of this just to promote clothes. I mean, we've got this voice, let's promote something good.
Julia, how do you guys identify the celebrities that you want to come on board? And I mean, not just when the dreams happen, but like the ones that stay on and they are ambassadors of Reach for a Dream. Like you said, Fresh and Lyra and Khat. How do you identify those?
Yeah, so we want them to be influencers. We want them to be respected in the communities. You know, we want them to stand for to have similar values to us, and really influence people to change their mindset about and join us in fulfilling dreams. If you believe in a power of dream, Anele, if you can really believe in what a power of dream can do and how it can change a child's life, it's easy for you. So you would be one of our absolute top choices. So that would be the deciding thing.
Are you pitching? Are you pitching?
On air.
Okay.
No.
Like you can pitch all you want, lady.
So that's, so I think that's really, you know, it's got to be dynamic and someone who really believes in our purpose.
And someone who's not doing it to take their CSI hours for the year, you know, just be like, okay, my charity's done for this year, you know, and there I go. Khat, when you were younger, like way before you came into the scene, when, you know, your parents were leaving you in random petrol stations, he's got the story, you'll hear it one day. When did your dream come alive, that you want to be a fashion designer? Because I think the fact that you were such a big dreamer and you said this, that's why, you know, you can resonate in something like this.
I think the moment when I was able to leave school and go study fashion designing, I mean, that is the day my dream came true. I think every day is almost a part of making my dream come true. I mean, working at it. I mean, dreams don't just happen. You have to constantly work towards it. That's what makes it so fun working with Reach for a Dream, because it's a whole bunch of people that's constantly working towards one goal and one purpose. And I think that's similar for me. I think, and with anybody that has a dream, it's something that gets you up in the morning. It's that little bit of motivation, especially if you get those little ticks that it's coming true, and those little motivations that you hit it in the right way.
Also, like there's like status updates that this is how far we are from getting this dream, and this is where we are. We've got it. They're celebrating. Let's do it. How are the families of the little kids impacted by this? You know, what's your relationship like with them throughout? You know, the striving for a dream and then finally achieving it.
Yeah, I think that, you know, dads, moms, it's a very, as that moment happens, that one moment changes everything for the family. And dads say to us that, you know, I couldn't have done this for my child, or, you know, I could have done it, but you just did it so much better. They've become our friends for life. You know, they're on WhatsApp, they're SMS, they support us. They're our spokespeople. They're the word of mouth that makes Reach for a Dream an incredible foundation.
And we just always have so much fun. I mean, we just had 2 little girls at Fashion Week this year, and they came with their moms. And I think the moms enjoyed the show more than the kids. And they were so excited and so into it. And after it, you could see they were really putting together their outfits. So it also lifts the parent spirit. I mean, because it must be hard to have this burden on you, this problem that your child is suffering. So it is nice to also give a little bit of attention to the mom and the dad, so they also feel good.
Has this made you want children?
Definitely, I want children.
When are we setting the ball rolling, Khat?
See, we had a 5-year plan. There's 2 years left, so it's happening soon. It's very scary, but it will happen soon. So
And do you have kids?
I do. I have 2 boys.
2 boys, and are they also? How old are they first?
7 and 3.
7. Okay, so the 7-year-old is pretty aware of what mom does.
Yes,
you know.
yeah. There's Reach for a Dream. There's Reach for a Dream.
Oh,
so, yeah,
really?
he recognizes the logo. So.
And prior to this, I can't imagine you doing anything else. But prior to this, what were you doing with your life?
Yeah, so I've got a psychology background. I was telling Kat earlier that Reach for a Dream just found me. This isn't really a job. It's really an absolute passion of mine. I don't have any problem waking up in the morning and going to work or dealing with corporate red tape. So, you know, we make dreams come true. It's really the best space to be.
It's like a fairy.
Like a fairy godmother with the one.
Vippity bappity boo.
You're a child. Do you not? Is there not like a downside to doing charities? Because I find, you know, when people say, yeah, you know, Reach for a Dream, they already get so much publicity, you know, they already have so much corporate backing. Why would you give there? Why would you go there? Is that not something that you're fighting on a daily basis?
Yeah, because the truth is, like, we don't have a lot of corporate backing. We don't fit into anyone's corporate social investment sector. So we're not a health, we're not a education, we're not a feeding scheme. And also, Anele, we do hope. We can't measure hope. So when you say to me, you know, we fed 15,000 children.
That's
I can't
tangible.
Tell you, I can't tell you what we did with that family, because I can't measure that hope. I can't measure the love. I can't measure that impact. And that's our fight all the time. So we try to find generous people, generous souls in different corporates, South Africa, who have been affected by the work that we do. And we reach out to them for their support.
So kind of like a paid forward, you know, we
Absolutely.
did something for you, wherever you're working. If you can help us out, please come on board.
Yeah, for 29 years, this foundation has been really at the heart of corporate SA, but certainly not in the government space or any of those.
Is it an international brand?
It is. It's based on the International Make-A-Wish Foundation, but Reach for a Dream is homegrown South African.
Okay, because I saw the other day Nicki Minaj was FaceTiming a little kid who's a cancer patient, and Beyonce did the same. Is that under the same?
That's Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, that's
Yes,
Make-A-Wish. So,
yes.
so Reach for a Dream would be the South African office for that.
Yeah, yes,
And
but we're homegrown South African.
Homegrown.
Yeah.
And how many are you in the team?
So we've 40 paid staff across the country. We have 7 branches. We have 250 volunteers and a board of 7 dedicated professionals. Volunteers as well.
I know you have one last word, like one last push, one last convincing thing, and you're giving me slippers.
There we go.
So Anele, yeah, we're asking all
Look at
South
me take my shoes
Africans
off.
to go to Wimpy and Pick and Pay, buy their wristbands and support Reach for a Dream.
These are
Nice,
nice.
fresh
My child's
pair.
gonna eat them though. I can guarantee you that much. So go and get these, and then the money goes towards you guys making dreams come true.
That's correct, yes.
Oh, easy peasy. Listen, go and support this. This is a great cause. And like we say, how do you measure hope though? How do you do it? But when those dreams come true, you can see it in the little faces. After the break, we'll tell you how you can get involved in Slip a Day, plus that much anticipated performance by The Soul. In the meantime, we've got another e-gift card up for grabs. Just visit our social media pages for more on how to enter. The winner will be announced this Friday. I'm putting on my slippers. All right, this is where I love and leave you, but you've been waiting patiently, and this is your reward. Here to perform Tambo Lam from their third album, Echoes of Kafifi. Please welcome back The Soil.
Kentucky Tambo Lam, we low and I love you, amen. Tana samu piti zeli simizayame. Ketamina baby ngizokuphatha. Ngikuthande noma uvutha baby stop something like that. Kentucky Tambo Lam, we low and I love you, amen. Tana samu piti zeli simizayame. Ketamina baby ngizokuphatha. Ngikuthande noma uvutha baby stop something like that. Ilije phezu kwendlu umeke phuma igazi leshukuma mina ngivela phonsi ilije phezu kwendlu umeke phuma izulu liyaduduma gama lakho sibade kuphela ubamba namhlanje ngambe kahle gama lakho sibade Stop some let's just back home foot to Mezagaten. Yele Kentucky Tambo Lam, we know when I love you, me. Send us some pity, zelly to me, Zayami. Get me now, baby, the Wupataga. You turn the number for the baby, stop some let's say, Yele Kentucky Tambo Lam, oh, yellow and a babe. Send us some pity, zelly to me, Zayami. Get me now, baby, the Wupataga. You turn the number for the baby, stop some let's say.
Sweetie lam lom kuhlani wena sithandwa sami awusimamoza sami ngifuna uhlale nami isiphalaphala sentombi sibuza kuwe sinqanda amathe sami so fast lahlane
Oh hele Kentucky Tambo Lam uyilo wena babe sana samu piti zeli zimiza yami Get me now, baby, ngizokuphatha ngikuthande noma uvutha baby stop some let's say
Mabanga thini bathi ngikuthakathile Wena ubone mina kuzo zonke noma eswadini Baby thatha ngami ayungini kwakho Ngizokuthanda kuze fike ekubeni Darling wena Ayikhanya njengelanga
kumekuseni noma mazo ngaphela kusobala emehlweni
Baby thanda mina ngikhethe wena Ngizokuthanda kuze fike
Hey Kentucky Tambo Lam uyilo and I love you ami Sana samu piti zeli zimiza yami Get me now baby ngizokuphatha ngikuthande noma uvutha baby stop some Yo